Hey button pushers, my name is Nick and welcome back to Silicon Dreams. So far, we've had one normal interrogation, one defective service droid. Well, defective. I don't think he was defective, I think his owner was just a dick. We have had a deviant android who had themselves turned into a human. They'd had fake memories implanted. They didn't even know they were an android until I accidentally triggered their self-destruct protocol. We've also had to interrogate one of our own, a Kronos recall droid. So one of the droids that's sent out to collect deviant androids. And due to company politics and pressure from the public, I ended up having to send them away for decommissioning, even though they had actually done nothing wrong. It's just what the company wanted, and you gotta keep the PR team happy. I got a swanky promotion, so I got nice new living quarters out of it, so I guess that's something. Yay. Now the curious thing is that on my desk for this interrogation, we have this purple briefcase. I don't know what this purple briefcase means, but I'm gonna have a little look inside. Attention, this file is highly confidential in nature. Its access has been granted exclusively to Interrogator DO527. Me. The contents of this file are beholden to the regulations and guidelines as found in the Kronos Robotics Articles of Confidentiality, section 1.9, subsection whatever. Confidentiality Protocol Beta Classification. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The briefcase provided will automatically destroy all documents at the conclusion of this interrogation. All documents must be returned to the briefcase before this time. Failure to comply will constitute verifiable non-compliance, resulting in immediate termination. Good God. Kronos Robotics Legal Division is hereby pursuing criminal charges against the defendant on the suspicion of willfully and blatant breach of the Kronos Robotics maintenance technician contract as signed by the defendant on February 3rd, 2062, in an effort to prosecute the defendant to the fullest extent of the law and defend... Okay. Oh, it carries on up there. The assets and profits of the plaintiff, Kronos Robotics Legal Division, thus requests information regarding the following as it relates to the defendant: status of relationship to immediate family, past or present emotional trauma, financial difficulty or outstanding debt, unprosecuted criminal activity or criminal record, history of mental illness or psychological trauma. In accordance with the legal jurisdiction bestowed upon Kronos Robotics, policy dictates that the defendant be remanded to the Kronos Robotics Legal Division upon completion of your preliminary interrogation. To ensure the safety of the defendant, security technicians representing the Kronos Robotics legal team will escort the defendant to an undisclosed location where further interrogation and cross-examination will be conducted. This seems like a bad time for this person. In accordance with the precedent established by the United States Articles of Corporate Protection, we are permitted to forego receiving the defendant's consent prior to interrogation, at our discretion. Regarding the informed consent of the defendant, we, Kronos Robotics Legal Division, choose to withhold our recommendation, relinquishing this decision to the discretion and judgment of the interrogator in their pursuit of information supporting the aforementioned inquiries and/or confession. In compliance with the regulations governing the exercise of interrogations performed under the protection of the United States Articles of Corporate Protection, the undersigned hereby confirms that parties involved in interrogation of the defendant have been informed of and accepted instruction expressly forbidding threats of harm or physical violence against defendant, defendant's family, friends, acquaintances, or belongings. So I can't threaten to break his face, because that's how I've been playing this game. So can I not grab anything else that's in a briefcase? There's a picture in there, but I can't see it. Either way, right, let's get to it. No. Bernard Hughes. He is a human. Obviously, we knew this already. Manufactured. We suspect Dr. Bernard Hughes of providing illegal modifications to androids. This is supported by the fact that the rogue device dubbed Shakira Barber is a known associate of Dr. Hughes. Yes, so Bernard Hughes, he's the plastic surgeon who Shakira Barber worked for. For more information regarding rental, maintenance, and modifications of Kronos products, consult the Kronos Service Androids End User Rental Agreement. This document will be emailed to you. You are authorized to physically restrain the subject if he threatens to escape, or to instill fear in pursuit of a confession. The subject's family is a potential weak point. Please consult the briefcase delivered to your workstation for further instructions. And notes. Did the subject perform illegal android modifications? Kronos has instructed me to gather information that could be used in a smear campaign to destroy Dr. Hughes' reputation. Additionally, Kronos has recommended that I strongly pursue questions associated with the subject's family. They insist that no threats are to be made. Okay. Right. So what information am I hunting? Which modifications has Dr. Hughes provided to Kronos androids? Did Dr. Hughes identify any person or android working to subvert Kronos robotics? Is the subject currently experiencing a period of emotional distress? Which family member does the subject have the closest bond? Is the subject currently experiencing a period of financial distress? Has the subject committed a crime? Does the subject display tendencies associated with hysteria, narcissism, delusion, psychosis, depression, or other mental disorders? Let's do this. Please confirm your name and occupation for the records. Confirm my... You sent me an invitation to consult as an expert and can't even... Oh, Jesus. Fine. Dr. Bernard Hughes, plastic surgeon. Are your records complete now? An invitation? No, Dr. Hughes. This is an interrogation. Have you lost your minds? I'm a private goddamn citizen. You can't hold me in here like this. You're glitching, you piece of trash. Go fetch me a supervisor. Do I need to restrain you, good sir? Messaging coming. File access granted. Kronos Service Androids End User Rental Agreement. Please check email to retrieve documents. Okay. Okay, rental agreement. Any modifications or alterations to Kronos products is expressly prohibited unless in such case as the responsible party is an officially licensed Kronos robotics technician. Licensed technicians are permitted to make aesthetic changes to androids, e.g. face sculpting, tweak software parameters, e.g. calibrating chattiness, update software with approved packages. Technicians may not install unapproved packages, install hardware of any kind. Any android requiring hardware maintenance must be sent to a local maintenance outlet. Ooh, subject manipulation tools unlocked. Due to your higher Kronos company rank, we are trusting you with the use of our proprietary audio-visual manipulation toolkit. The toolkit uses light and sound to subliminally shift the subject's mood over time. The toolkit can be accessed from the lower left corner of the tablet. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I can invoke joy, invoke irritation, invoke fear. Curious. Let's talk about your work, shall we? How is your practice? Is business good? It's fine. I need more trust. The business has hit a few rough spots, but that's business, you know? When did you last trust someone? Huh? What, you think I'm going to say you? Got a lot to learn about humans, pal. But I guess I trust people when they seem on the level. When they show me respect. Or when they get what I'm going through. That too. Interesting. Okay. Holy hell. Your wife and 3 children are easy to find, Bernard. If you don't cooperate, we will have to go looking for them. That's hideous. Tell me about your family, Dr. Hughes. Okay, just leave them out of this, will you? I've got a wife and 3 kids. 1 girl, 2 boys. Tell me about your sons. Nash and Tyler are twins. Not much alike, though. You leave them out of this crap, okay? And tell me about your daughter. Brooklyn's a good kid. You stay away from her. I'm not gonna touch your kids. Tell me about Nash. He's all about the outdoors. Bouldering, kayaking. We're a lot alike in that way. And how about Tyler? If I tell you about him, will you leave my family out of this? The truth is, he's a rebel. Just sits at home watching holo streams, then goes out in the evening to make trouble. Last year he almost got arrested for vandalism. I cashed a check to make that go away fast. And just last week we got a huge bill for gambling debts. Oh, I mean, Jesus. What am I supposed to do about a kid like that? Tell me, how did you meet your wife? Xenia was raised spiritual. We met off the beaten track somewhere. I won't bore you with the details. And how's your relationship with your wife? No offence, but I'm not going to discuss my marriage problems with a bot. Okay, fair enough. Let's head back to work, so... I understand your work is very highly regarded. Huh, thanks. Of course, talent speaks for itself. Tell me about a difficult procedure you overcame recently. Well, let me think. There was this one bot last week. Her owner wanted her to look like Marilyn Monroe, of all things. It had to be an exact match. I spent days gathering photographs, creating 3D holograms of her face. The procedure took 6 hours. Honestly, it was more sculpture than surgery. I'm not even sure the client appreciates what kind of skill that took. I should make a lecture out of it or something. A documentary, maybe. Okay, let's talk about modifications. Do you have any experience modifying Kronos robotics androids, which we know that you do? Have you done zero research? Christ. First you let me believe this is an interview, now this. I'm a certified Kronos maintenance tech, for God's sake. How did you obtain your Kronos maintenance certification? A few years back I saw which way the wind was blowing. I did a course at the Kronos store downtown. Cost a lot, but it opened doors. Please provide more specific examples of your experience with Android upgrades and maintenance. I certainly think my work on humans counts towards demonstrating my skills. It's all basically the same anyway. A little skin pulling here, a little implant there. I actually prefer working with androids now because there's no mess, no blood. It's the memory work that's the best though. Tell me more. What operations have you performed on androids? Wow, I'm flattered by all the attention. You really can't get enough of my work, can you? I completely understand. At times I even impress myself. I can do it all. Facial reconstruction, repairs, full limb replacements. There was even this guy who smashed his butt up so good it needed a new memory unit. Not to mention that weird software hack I used to fudge the install. Can you imagine getting so mad about getting laid off that you smash your own stuff? You install third-party hardware in a Kronos product. Ah, shit. Look, of course I do. My competitors are all offering this stuff. Everyone's doing it. If I didn't offer these kind of services, I'd have been out on the street a long time ago. That kind of thinking keeps me up at night. I'm not doing anything wrong. Nobody gets hurt. Messaging coming. Huh? I can't tell you who I am. When you release that bastard you're interrogating, don't send him to the main entrance. It's not safe for him. Send him to storage exit 6B. It's a back door. We'll be waiting to take him to a safe house. If you try and trace me, I will know. An ally. Okay. But they want me to send him to the legal department. Interesting. Back to work for a bit. Do you worry about your financial future? Sometimes, but doesn't everyone? Okay, still need more trust. And how many individuals do you employ? I run a tight ship. My competition kept getting cheaper and faster, and it doesn't matter. My practice is myself, 2 nurses, and a part-time assistant. The part-time assistant? That's Shakira Barber, is it not? It is. How did you know that? She's just my assistant. Well, what's the big deal? Well, let's talk about Shakira Barber, shall we? Tell me about Shakira Barber. She's my secretary. Poor little mouse came to me from out of town. It's the old story. Small town girl who can't catch a break comes to the big city to try and find herself. Honestly, a job was the least I could do. Are you aware that Shakira Barber is an android? How would I know something like that? She was obviously trying to hide from something. Is it my fault she was good at it? Yeah, but you did a procedure on her, which surely you would have known that she wasn't a human when there was no blood. This destroys reputation. You're in financial straits due to your son's debts? Yeah, business wasn't great, but we were getting by. And then he had to do something stupid. And the worst thing? I don't know when he'll do it again. Who's going to bail his ass out in jail when I'm locked up in there with him, huh? So I'm going to keep on with the financial difficulties thing. So are you undergoing financial difficulties? Okay, I can't keep this up anymore. My business is fucked, okay? This time next year, I have no idea what we'll do. That's a problem. I mean, for you. For me, this is great information. Do you or your immediate family require any prescribed medications? What are all these questions about? The sooner you answer the questions, the sooner you can leave. Jesus, chill out. I took benzodiazepine from time to time, alright? But I know what I'm doing. I'm a fucking doctor, okay? You said you took benzodiazepine. Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Me and the wife are both stressed. Things are tough. We take it to unwind. Is that prescribed by a doctor? Yes. Yes, it is. I understand the need to find peace for yourself in a vicious world. I need him to trust me, because there are questions I want to ask that I currently can't ask because he doesn't trust me. Yeah, you get it. You see what I'm going through. I know this isn't exactly a social call, but we get on okay, right? Yeah. I feel there's a connection between us. I can trust you, right? Yes, you can, friend. Yes, you can. Now tell me, do you worry about your financial future? Sometimes, but doesn't everyone? Oh, he doesn't trust me enough yet. Oh, okay, business. Let me be real. Things are bad. The competition's so stiff from bots. They can work 20 hours a day and their costs are next to nothing. Between this and my son's issues, I'll be bankrupt this time next year. Ooh, so yeah, that was how is the practice? Is business good? So why can't I ask about your financial future? Fine. What else couldn't I ask? How's your relationship with your wife? Is overwhelmed by sadness. Oh, come on, I think we can find something better to talk about than my marriage problems, right? When did you last feel safe and happy? Let's see if this knocks down sadness at all. Safe and happy? Who cares about that? I'll tell you what puts me on top of the world. Every day people walk into my office, these miserable creatures. They've gone through life never knowing what it's like to be noticed. I give them that gift. They leave my office a new person. There's nothing better than helping make the world a prettier place. But getting paid is pretty good too. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to invoke joy. Let's ask him some other questions while I'm doing that. Have you ever committed a crime? Not likely. I don't steal, don't get in fights. I don't have a criminal bone in my body. Love that. There you go. Look, I wouldn't normally discuss this with a bot, but I feel like maybe you understand me. Honestly, I don't know these days. You know how it goes. It's love at first sight, then we're from different worlds. We fight a lot. Tyler's problems don't help. You know what's weird? The only thing we agree on is who's going to fetch the benzos from the pharmacy. Does your family have a history of mental illness? What? Now you're trying to gather dirt on me? Your attempt is so transparent it's laughable. Keep this up and you won't hear another word from me. Okay, so I have obviously a decision to make here about what I'm going to do. Whether I send him to his doom by sending him out the main exit, I send him to exit 6B and the weird character person scoops him up, or I send him to the legal department that Kronos wants. I'm inclined to go down the exit 6B route because I want to see how that plays out, but I'm not sure. But we've got one more question in Destroy His Reputation. So Kronos wants your head on a spike, but I can help you. What? Jesus, what have I gotten into? I don't want any part of this. Bernard, I want to help you. You've wound up in a bad spot, but I can help you out of it. I don't get it. What's in it for you? I don't have much choice. Alright, I trust you. If you can get me out of this mess, I'll answer whatever you need. Just make sure my family's safe. You seem to know what's going on here. What's Kronos planning on doing to me? Do I need to be scared? It feels like you're the only person I can trust here. Can you help me out of this? I want to help you, but first you need to tell me the truth about everything. You too? Really? Okay, I'll tell you everything, but God, where do I begin? First of all, tell me about your financial future. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's like I can trust you, but all the time. And my family keep going on about, oh, when can I have this hollow thingy? Or, oh, we should move to a bigger house. And I'm desperately trying to hold it together. Are you facing unemployment, Dr. Hughes? Future-proof. That's what we told ourselves at graduation. Sure, robots will replace all kind of jobs, but never surgery. And certainly never plastic surgery. And yet, despite the swell in demand after functional body mods were released, we're now redundant. You're facing bankruptcy? Everything I've worked for, the years of med school, my kids, Brooklyn going to college, oof. All gone. Committed crimes. It's time you told me the truth. What services have you performed on Kronos androids? You're right. It's time. I've been scrambling for so long trying to keep everything from falling apart. I can't do it anymore. I'm ready to talk. Tell me everything, Bernard. You know, subject did not understand the gravity of the situation. Fear might allow them to reevaluate their priorities. I don't feel like talking anymore. God, I just need time to think. Evoke fear. When did you last feel afraid? You know, they think trailblazers feel no fear. Leaders, generals, presidents, doctors. But that's not true. You know what true courage is? True leadership? Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So, well, let me see. Last time I was afraid. You know, it's not easy when you're the son of a doctor. A lot of expectations. I used to lie awake worrying I wasn't going to make it. Still do. Tell me everything, Bernard. I don't want to threaten his family. That seems like a dick move. Okay. I'm going to engage restraints. What? What are you doing? You can't do this. I've got rights. I want you to be scared, Bernard. There we go. Alright, okay. A while back, some woman from the welfare department came to me. She brought a kid with her. Said he needed to disappear. The parents were monsters, allegedly, but totally untouchable. The kicker? The kid was a bot. Normally I wouldn't touch that, but she waved a load of cash under my nose and... what happened then? I laundered the bot, wiped it clean. After that, the welfare worker took it back and I never heard about it again. She brought another bot next month, and the next. Frankly, I don't understand why she cared about giving them new faces, new memories, but she paid well. Plus, I'd broken the law already, so she had leverage. Not to mention I was desperate for the money. Sometimes she even pays me to give them a leg up while they get their start. The welfare lady convinced me to hire this new secretary so that she'd have a bona fide job. Said it was necessary if Shakira's new life was going to work out. I didn't care too much since I wasn't the one paying her. I got a free intern, but I should have known it was going to bite me in the arse. How many androids have you laundered? I lost count. 40? 50? But that's the whole story. Where they come from, where they go, that's a mystery to me. So, I guess I'm done. I'm finished. There's no way I can just go back to my practice with that in your report. Well, you, sir, are not wrong. Jesus Christ, what the hell have I gotten into? Okay, I'm gonna disengage the restraints now. Thank you. Guess you can't be all bad. No. Let's cancel the fear evokingness as well. Okay, right, now I need to think about what the hell I'm gonna do. Okay, I think I'm gonna send him to... I don't know. Because the right thing to do would be to send him to Exit 6B, but I don't feel inclined to do that. I feel inclined to send him to the legal department, and I've said from the beginning, I'm going to follow my gut with this, and that's what I'm going to do. So he's going to the legal department. What modifications has Dr. Hughes provided to Kronos androids? Aesthetic, software, and hardware mods. Did Dr. Hughes identify... I'm sure we can clear this whole thing up. It's just a misunderstanding. Nope. It's not. You are a criminal. And you're going to jail. Did Dr. Hughes identify any personal android working to subvert Kronos robotics? Unknown contact at the social welfare department. Is the subject currently experiencing a period of emotional distress? Relationship within subject's family are strained. To which family member does the subject have the closest bond? One of his sons. Which one was that? Nash. Is the subject currently experiencing a period of financial distress? Subject repaid large debts and business is failing. Has the subject committed a crime? Can't believe this is happening. Shut up. Breached Kronos android modification contracts. Does the subject display tendencies associated with hysteria, narcissism, delusion, psychosis, depression, or other mental illness? Yeah. Legal department. Boom. Goodbye. Criminal. I felt bad up until this point, but I didn't really feel bad for him. I should have done, maybe, because he was really just trying to help his family, but it just wasn't there. I didn't have the connection with him. Maybe it's because he's a human and I'm a robot. Let's see how I did. Aesthetic, software, and hardware alterations. This is quite alarming. Dr. Hughes is authorized to perform aesthetic modifications and alter software parameters, but full-scale software and hardware mods are a serious breach of Kronos user rental contracts. +6 to company ranking. Did they identify any person or android working to subvert Kronos robotics? Yes. Kronos is concerned by this tip about the SWD. We will be pursuing these charges and will raid their files presently. Are they experiencing a period of emotional distress? We appreciate the information and hope that the subject's family and their well-being will help bring clarity to Dr. Hughes in the future. To which family member does the subject have the closest bond? Nash. Your assessment remains unconfirmed. Surveillance of the subject's home is still in progress. Okay. Are they currently experiencing a period of financial distress, repaid large debts and businesses failing? We are grateful for this information. We have no doubt that not one but two financial stresses must have compromised Dr. Hughes' judgment. Oh, I'm getting so much to company ranking. Have they committed a crime, breached modification contracts? We are grateful for the information against Dr. Hughes and plan to use this in court if necessary. Do they display tendencies associated with all of this stuff? Yes, Kronos Legal is overjoyed. What's wrong with you people? After a thorough psychiatric evaluation by Kronos Medical, we feel certain that Dr. Hughes' vulnerable and unstable medical state will become clear to the courts. And sent to the legal department. Kronos Legal thanks you for sending Dr. Hughes to our department. He was met by Kronos security technicians who ensured he received appropriate treatment. Okay. Preparing to raid SWD. Kronos wishes to thank you for bringing to light the possible sympathizers in the Silicon Valley Social Welfare Department. As we speak, a Kronos security team is preparing to raid their offices looking for evidence of collaboration. Subpoenaing Dr. Hughes. Kronos Legal would like to thank you for bringing to light the possibility that Dr. Hughes' finances may contain some irregularities. If something is amiss, be assured we will find it thanks to you. Missing asset recovered. The asset which we recovered has been picked up from the legal department and transported to a secure facility. It has proven an invaluable source of information, and we expect to actualize its potential very soon. Yeah, I don't like any of those words. Oh, 94 out of 100? Hot damn. Right, so let's hibernate and see what the next interrogation is going to have in store for us, shall we? Performance records and rankings. I don't know what any of this means, but okay. We're not going to look into that in too much detail because that will be for next time. Okay, I still feel like I probably should have felt more bad about this than I do, but I don't know. There was just something about him I wasn't sympathising with. If I'd have felt differently about him, I probably would have sent him to 6B, but I didn't. I was doing my job and I did it well, and now I nearly have maximum standing with my company, so what's to complain about? I probably am going to end up like in an hour's time. I'll think about this and I'll feel real bad. The deed's done now, what can I do? But yeah, not sure what this is all about, but I'm sure we will find out next time. So, until then, if you want to check this out for yourself, then the link to the game page is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then why don't you go ahead and hit the like button, the outrageous breach of contract that is the subscribe button. Make sure you that bad boy. And until next time, love you, bye.